Hello, everyone. Hello, everyone. Happy Hump Day. Happy Wednesday. I hope your midweek service was good this week. I'm going to try to spend an hour of power with you today. We're going to see how well I can stay within that time frame. I want to talk to you about improving your worship sound. There are so many classes that I do each week. We meet weekly on the website. We're actually meeting tomorrow at 6:30 p.m. Central. But we meet weekly on the website at preachandplay.com. We meet weekly at preachandplay.com. Building Foundation. I wanted to come on YouTube today to pop up just to donate some of my time with everyone and share some ideas and some concepts that will help you to to build more than just foundation. I spend the great majority of my time helping musicians build foundation because foundation is what's going to help you play in any key. If you can think in the key of C, if you can think in the key of D flat, if you can think in the key of D, if you can think in those keys and you have chords that will help you, you can get through the structure of a song. But there are so many other ideas and concepts that you see. I'm sure you're like me and you love music and you may spend some time on YouTube, maybe even watching some bands, and you see everybody, they have their microphone in front of their mouth and they're calling out things to do. And there's this spontaneity, there's this impromptu creativity that happens when you have a group of musicians, everybody's working cohesively, and there's this structure of a song that they begin to reharmonize the chords. They begin to restructure the progression. They begin to restructure the song in a creative way. You're like, man, I wish I can do it. Today I want to talk about that mindset and what it's going to take for you to be able to do that. So I'm going to talk today about there are three levels to your thought process to a song. Okay, I'm going to talk about those three levels, and we're going to use the song "You Are My Strength." I'm going to start off in the key of A flat. Who knows where we're going to end up? But I'm going to start off in the key of A flat. So I want you to do this. I'm going to try my best to be kind of interactive, and I want you to play along with me, okay? So get at your piano. I'm going to try my best to make this interactive where we are playing together. I'm saying what I'm doing and I'm showing you what I'm doing, but I'm also showing you my thought process when I'm in my zone and I'm just doing my thing, right? And so level one of my thought process is always the structure of the song. The song "You Are My Strength" sounds something like this. It says, "You are my strength." It's a one chord. It's an A flat major chord, first inversion. Strength like no other. It's a four chord. It's a D flat major chord, but I typically take the root in my right hand and I like to drop it a half step to that C to make it a major seven. So I'll play a D flat major seven typically. Okay. Strength like no a lot of times on that five, I like to, instead of playing the E flat major chord root position, there you go, smooth keys, follow along. I like to play, sometimes on this song, I like to play a sus2 chord. I like to play an E flat sus2 so I can resolve to the E flat major chord in the second inversion. And I'll slow down and show you that again, and then I like to go to the one. So that's kind of like the structure of this song. It's simply a 1, 4, 5 progression, right? You are my strength. Hit it right here. You are my strength. Uh-oh. Hang on. Ableton wasn't selected. You are my strength. Right? Strength like no other. Strength like no other. Reaches to me. That's kind of like the foundation, right? And so for our beginners, you are my strength, A flat major chord, first inversion, strength like no other, D flat major chord, D flat major 7, strength like no, E flat sus2 to E flat major, reaches to me. One more time. This is kind of level 1. You are my strength, just an A flat major chord, first inversion, strength like 4, playing a 4 major 7, strength like no, E flat sus2 to E flat major, reaches to me. That's kind of a level 1 understanding. Most beginners have to stay at this place. That's why their playing sounds basic. But when you really want to start adding that extra stuff, you have to learn how to reharmonize and restructure the progression. And I'm going to have to stop the drum beat to talk about that real quickly to help beginners understand how I'm doing these simple ideas. I'm not doing rocket science. I'm simply understanding. I'm in the key of A flat, and I understand that A flat's my 1, B flat's my 2, C is my 3, D flat's my 4, E flat's my 5, F is my 6, and A flat is my, hang on, did I say A flat is my G? 7 is my G, and then 8, when I get back to the 1, when I get back to the top of the scale, it's the A flat again, okay? And so I understand the key very well. And even though I understand the key very well, I also understand the progression of the song very well. The progression of the song is simply a 1, 4, 5, 1. And it doesn't matter how complex the song is. This type of thought process will allow you to do appropriate alternate things. Why? Because when you understand the progression, you know where the song is going. And when you know where the song is going, you know alternate ways to get there. If you know you're going to Walmart, you know just to leave your neighborhood, turn right, stay straight, and it's going to be immediately on your left. But you also know you can leave your neighborhood, turn the opposite way, go this back way all the way around to get to the same destination. And when you understand progressions are simply the structure of a song, structure can be rearranged. Structure can be added on to. How many of you guys have a church that they built a small church with expansion in mind? And so a year or two later, then they built on classrooms. A year or two later, they built on a life center or a gym. They built their church in phases. Some of you guys have built onto your houses in phases. We can do the same thing with the song by simply understanding where we're going. We're going 1, 4, 5, 1. Going from the 1 to the 4, what are some of the things that I can do? One thing that I can do on the 1, you are my strength. I'm on the 1, I can walk up strength like no. I just simply walked up to the 4 because I understood the scale. The scale is A flat, B flat, C, D flat, and I'm there, right? And so I restructured the song just to walk up to the 4. You can walk up to the 4 in a harmonized type of way by doing some type of chords. If you want to, you are my strength. Strength like no other, right? I just simply added something to the song that wasn't there to give it a little bit of life, but I did that by understanding I'm just going from the 1 to the 4. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to use some sort of idea that takes me to the 4. And one of my favorite things that I like doing, Smooth Keys, one of my favorite things I like doing, everyone, is just simply asking the simple question, where am I going? Or what are some of my options to get there? Just like you can walk up to the 4, you can walk down to the 4, right? You are my strength, strength like no other. I walk down from some type of 5. I went a half step from the D flat there. And I just understood the chords I could use to get there. There are so many different ways that you can do it, but you have to first understand structure and then understand that pathway. Understand I can leave the neighborhood and take this route to go there, or I can leave the neighborhood and walk down to it, right? It's just about what's tasty, what's flavorful, what's appealing, what sounds good, and we just have to learn how to make creative choices. And those things come with time. But when you get outside of level 1, level 2 is starting to think about how to re-harmonize the song, how to play chords in a different way to make it feel different, sound different. Subtle changes. Can I take a major chord like I did to a major 7, right? Take this major 7 maybe to the major 9 or something, right? Do I want to totally go to this 4 a different way by playing off the 3 only? Playing off the 3 only, for instance. You can reharmonize the song. Reharmonization does not have to be confusing. It doesn't have to be super complex, but it can be. You're simply, the song goes from the 1 to the 4. Why not say, you know what? I'm going to go 1, 3, 4, then 5, 1. And all I'm doing is adding an extra step to get to the 4. You are my strength, right? I'm trying to save my voice. Strength like no. All I did was went 3. I'm playing the 1 chord over the 3 bass. That's all I did, right? And once you start learning different types of 3s, you can fancy that 3 up to make it more fanciful, to make it, more creative and etc. Once you start to learn different viable options, that is when you can, forgive me everyone, I'm trying to get my screens the way I want them. One more second. That's good. Got Ableton where I want it. All right. Once you start to understand alternate chords, then you can make those choices. So let me teach you that choice right now. Let me pause and then I'm going to explain something to you. So if you have the musician's practice plan book, or if you have the play-by-ear manual, there's chords in here that we can use. If you have the play-by-ear manual, you can turn to page 1. Let me make sure I'm correct. You can turn to page 123. If you turn to page 123, yep. If you turn to page 123, you're going to see this chord. Okay? And you're going to see that chord in every single key. And this chord that I'm sharing with you today is a great, great, great chord. I'm not going to give you all the chords. If you want the chords, it's real simple. All you got to do is go to preachandplay.com and get the play-by-ear manual, and it will show you the chord that I'm about to teach you right now in every single key. And, oh, hang on, I dropped my keyboard. That's the noise you make when your belly's too big and you can't breathe when you bend over. So if you want to get the book, I'm going to make it simple. If you want to get the book, I'm putting a thing on the screen right now. It showed up in your comments. Just click on that link and you can order the book. This book is A great addition to help you master playing in different keys. If you need to play in all 12 keys, this book is the system that will help you do it. Okay, so I just put the link on the screen. You can click on that and you can be directed directly to make that purchase. Let me talk about this chord real quickly. This chord is a chord that I use in level 2. In my level 2 type thinking, when I am approaching a song and idea and I'm looking for other ideas, I'm simply reaching into my bag. I'm reaching into my chord knowledge and I'm pulling out ideas that I've used before that I know that works, okay? And one idea that I know that works, when I'm going to the 4, I can go to the 3. But here's the secret. You know that 3 is right before the 4, but you have to know a flavor for 3 to get to the 4. And it doesn't matter if I am doing a fast song. It doesn't matter if I'm doing a fast song like that or if I'm doing You Are My Strength. Strength like 3, 4. It doesn't matter if it's fast or slow. The 3 that I'm teaching you right now will help you to start developing some level 2 concepts when you're approaching songs. Anytime you're going to the 4, let me reharm real quick and let me just put a little flavor. I'm just going to do it one time. Let me do the 3 chord and boom, I did it. Now I can get back to structure, right? Because it's all about just seasoning your song to taste. And it's about not getting in the singer's way, but it's about being equipped to do more should you want to do more. It's like having a car that has all that horsepower. You just don't go around speeding constantly. That's not what you do. You don't go around speeding constantly. But should you need to beat a tornado, should you need to get somewhere quick, you got the horsepower to get there. Should you need to add flavor, you got the flavor to get there, right? So let me teach this to you. This chord is one of my favorite chords. It's a sharp 9, sharp 5 chord. Let me break it down to you. In the key of A flat, I'm using this chord on the 3rd scale degree, and so I'm going to play a C, sharp 5, sharp 9 chord. How this chord works, this is a dominant chord. So this chord, since it's dominant, you know you're going to have the dominant note. So the dominant note is going to be the B flat. B flat is the dominant note, okay? B flat is the dominant note. And it's a C7, sharp 5, sharp 9. And so what you're going to do is you're going to take your 5. What is the 5? The 5 of the key of C is G. You're going to sharp the 5. You're going to sharp the 5. And then you're going to sharp the 9. What is the 9 of the key of C? The 9 of the key of C is D. And you're going to sharp that 9. Right? And you're going to play it like this. Now, the weird thing is we're not voicing it like this. Let me show you how you're going to voice it. You're going to play a C7, sharp 5, sharp 9 by voicing it like this. You are going to, on the right hand, play the flat 7. You're going to play the sharp 9. And you're going to play the sharp 5. Okay? And on your right hand, you're going to play the C and the 3. So you're going to spell this chord. Do I have this spelled out? Let me see if I got that button. No, I don't think I have that button. Let me look. No, that ain't the right one. I need to add this graphic. But how you're going to spell this, everyone, is root 3 on the left hand, and then flat 7, sharp 9, sharp 5. Learn this in every key. As I said, this chord is already spelled out for you in every single key. And so all you got to do is go to page 123 and know whatever key you're in. I'm going to demonstrate it before you right now. I'm going to be like, oh, man, I'm in the key of, let me just say, I'm in the key of D flat. Somebody pick a key. Somebody pick a key. Right on the screen, and I'm going to do this in the key that you, good evening, Sister Sister Adrian Green, God bless you. Somebody pick a key. Tell me what key. I'm going to give y'all 10 seconds. Somebody pick a key. And I'm going to do this. I'm going to illustrate this using the book in the key that you choose. What key do you want to learn this chord in? Put a screen. Y'all got about 10 more seconds. Y'all pick a key. So Adrian Green says the key of F, okay? And so what we're going to do is we're going to learn the F7 sharp 9 sharp 5 chord. And so I'm going to look on page 123. I'm going to look at the key of F, and it spells it out for me, okay? And it shows me that I am going to play, I'm going to play the, I should have looked. I'll just do it manually. I'm going to do the root 3, flat 7, sharp 9, sharp 5. There it is, right? What's up, J-Rock? There it is. Root 3, flat 7, root 3, flat 7, sharp 9, sharp 5. I just did it quickly. C sharp, J-Rock. What's up, J-Rock? I'm going to go root 3, flat 7, sharp 9, sharp 5. Right? That's the easy way to do it. I also do it another way, but I'll talk about that later, okay? And so this chord is real easy for you to figure out, everyone. It's spelled out in the book. What's up, Smooth Keys? What did he say? My screen won't show me. Okay, I already did the key of F, right? So going back to the key of A flat, how do I use that sharp 5, sharp 9? When I'm level 2 thinking, I know that when I want to reharmonize a song, an idea, a phrase, if I want to do something different, if I want to add some different flavor that's not in the song, I know that when I get to the 3, I can sharp 5, sharp 9, right? And so I'm going to be on the 3. I'm going to play the flat 7, sharp 9, sharp 5. You are, put my key in the A flat, you are my strength. Strength like no other, right? That's just one example of how when you know where you're going, you can take choices to get there, right? You can, and what I did, watch this, I'm gonna give you one more, but I'm not gonna tell you what page that is in the book. If you wanna know where this is, you're just gonna have to buy the book and figure it out for yourself, right? Notice what I did. I went a half step below where I was going to get there, right? I went one street before the 4 to get to the 4. What if I go one street past the 4 to come back to the 4, right? What if I go 5, 4? Matter of fact, what if I go flat 5 to get to the 4, right? You can go above where you're going. Excuse me, below where you're going to get there. The A is the 3, Adrian. I'll talk about that later. Yes. You can go a half step below where you're going, or you can go a half step above where you're going, right? And so another chord that I absolutely love, instead of sharpen the 5 and sharpen the 9, sometimes I like to just sharp the 9, which is another wonderful, wonderful, wonderful idea that you have to learn, because this opens up a realm of possibilities once you start to use some of these non-structural chords, non-basic chords, but you start to do some alternate stuff. And when you start sharpening chords, sharpening this, sharpening that, flatting this, flatting that, that is level 2 thinking, where you are just changing the spice. You're substituting elements to bring different flavors. You're a master chef when you start to think level 2, and when you can impromptu know, I can go flat 5, right? And so what this chord is, this is a D. It's a D7 with a sharp 9. Let me prove it to you, okay? What is a D major chord? So in the key of A flat, bring it back on the screen. in the key of A flat. It's on your screen. D flat is the 4, right? D flat is the 4, but if I go flat 5, which will be D, I can play that D to get to that D flat. And so a D major is D F sharp A. A D dominant will be D F sharp A C. And if I want to sharp the 9, all I got to do is know what the 9 is. The 9 is E. And what I'm going to do is sharp it. So I'm going to have this chord, but here's the trick. How do I voice it where it sounds good? It's not just about knowing what chord it is. You got to know how to arrange it. You got to know how to voice it, right? And so what I like to do with this chord is watch this simply. Remove the 5, which is C. Remove the dominant note. Remove the C. Oh, excuse me. Let me slow down. Move the 3. Move the 5, which is A. Sometimes I gotta slow my brain down. Remove the 5, which is A, and then play it like that. So now I have the D7 sharping the 9, and that's a wonderful chord. And I'm using this in the key of A flat to get to the 4. Tell me, what do you do? Don't know you can, and seems like you can't make it through. I use that idea to get here. We typically do it like this in that song, but it's still the same idea, just played a little bit different, right? Same concept. What songs we doing? We was doing You Are My Strength. You Are My Strength. Level 2, then we're gonna go to the level 3 ideas. Strength like no. Sorry, you are my strength. Flat 5 it. Strength like no other. Right? So in this tutorial, you've learned how to sharp 5, sharp 9 on the 3 to the 4 major 7, and you've learned how to sharp 9 on that D, on that flat 5, the D sharp 9 to the D flat major 7. And if you just work on that, you can start using level 2 in every song. Pass me not. You see how I just did it instantly. Pass. I went to C7 sharp 9 sharp 5. Pass. Here we go. I can't do it yet. I just heard something that I don't know how to do. Wow, flat 5. What did I do there? Wow, let's see. Wow, oh no, there's the arc. Right? That's a beautiful type movement, and all I did was 1, 3, 4, and then I went to flat 5. And I ain't telling y'all that progression. Y'all see it. I know y'all gonna rewind it real slow and try to figure it out anyway, right? So you can start to take a song when you understand the structure. Level 1. Right? Then pass level 2. Shouldn't have did that right there. I'm just way out there. I'm just using my years of experience learning where I'm going, and I keep using all these little things. Check this out. Let's talk about beats. You know how a beat can be like one and one, so it can be like 1, 2, 3. But in between that is a 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and a 2. There's all these extra beats that you normally don't see. In the same way, there are all these places for chords at times to fit in the cracks, right? And with time, once you start to build your level 2 type concepts, you will be able to really add extra life to whatever song you're playing, right? And then level 3 concept. Any questions real quick? Any questions? Any questions? Type your questions in. And then level 3, the level 3 concept that is going to help you, saints and friends. The level 3 concept that is going to help you drastically improve your worship plan is using progressions. Once you, again, everything that I'm talking about is still fueled by knowing where you're going. Let's go back to "You Are My Strength" real quickly. Let's go back to "You Are My Strength." "You Are My Strength like no other" has that 1 4 5 progression. You are my strength, right? Strength like no other. 4, strength like no other reaches to me. How can I start to use other progressions to put in this song to start adding more life, or to even combine level 2 with level 3 thinking? Well, you got to be creative, and you have to really get the sound of that song in your ear. And it really happens best when you start practicing these type ideas in your practice time, so that you can start to hear what works well with each other. Case in point, earlier when I made my smoothie, I made the mistake. The first time I did it, I had my spinach like normal, had my oat milk like normal, had strawberries and frozen fruit like normal. But you know what I did? After I put my beets in, which was all normal, I added a banana. And I didn't know that banana and beets, two kind of dominant flavors, would clash. That's why you got to taste stuff before you put it to the market. You have to practice this stuff before you do it in worship. So all your practice of experimenting, you already know what chords and what progressions work well together. You'll already know that sharp 9, sharp 5 works well on the 3 to the 4. You'll know that sharp 9 works well going to that 4, or doing some alternate things, right? So I'm gonna answer your question in 1 second, Smooth Keys, right? So let me get my thought back. So it's really about practicing those concepts, but let's talk about using progressions in this song. Smooth Keys asked a good question. Smooth Keys says, "Is brother pianist, is is there a metronome app that I can listen to so that way I can follow the beat?" Yes. First of all, we have a mobile app on preachandplay.com. And in our mobile app, you get access to our downloads, where we have drum beats and downloadable metronome tracks. This drum beat that I'm using right now is available. It's called Contemporary Worship. It's in the MP3 download section. We got Ableton Live downloadable files. This drum beat is an MP3 downloadable file that you can download, and you can use it. So if you're a member on the website, and you can just download it to your phone or your computer, or if you download our mobile app, everything will be right there. Are there other metronome apps? Probably. If I'm not mistaken, I think Warren McPherson may have something. I would check out Warren McPherson first. I think Jamal Hartwell, I think he has more sounds than like metronome stuff. I'm not too sure who else to recommend. Sorry, a program crashed. I don't know what happened. I'm opening it back up. So that's the best way I can answer. I have things like that available. Take advantage of it. Preachandplay.com. Become a member and stop tripping. And man, I just love messing with y'all, man. It's like I hope the Lord don't get me. I just like talking smack. It's just so fun. I'm just playing. So Lord, please help me. Amen. All right. Where was I going? Use progressions. Let me see. There's a progression. Let me try that. You are my strength. Strength like no. It's so hard to do that and sing at the same time. You are my strength. No other strength. I saw another progression. No other. Let me keep it simple first. Reaches to me. Watch this. I'm going to keep it simple first. You are my strength. One chord. Remember, it's 1, 4, 5, but I'm going to change it. Strength like no other. Changing it. Strength like no other. What did I do? I used other progressions by saying the foundation was 1, 4, 5, but I went, you are my strength. 4. I went 4th into the 2. You are my strength. 4. Strength like no other. Then I went to the 5, right? That's using alternate chords and alternate progressions. I changed the progression. Instead of 1, 4, 5, I went 1, 4, 2, 5. Adrian Green says 1, 6, 5, 4. Adrian's concept says go 1, 6, 5, 4, and I want to show you the difference between them. Thank you for your engagement, Adrian. Can y'all see that? No, I gotta bring it higher. Hang on. The song says 1, 4, 5. I went 1, 4, 2, 5. Yes, you can see it. She says 1, 6, 5, 4. This is what you want to learn, Adrian. You want to learn how to, when you add to the progression, you're playing the same song. When you change the progression, sometimes it changes it too much to where it messes up. I don't even know what you're talking about. She says left hand 1, 6, 5, 4. I don't know. I'm just going to finish this point. When you're trying to level 2, restructure a song, notice what I did. I wish I had different color erasable markers. You still see the 1 and the 1. You see the 4 and the 4. I'm adding the 2 and I'm still ending up on the 5. You always want to make sure you end up in the same place. That is kind of a general rule of thumb. You can change the progression of some things, but you got to keep the singer in mind. Because if I said, you are my strength, 1, strength like no other, strength like no other. I don't even know how I do it. Reaches to me. I don't even know how to do that. But essentially what I'm trying to demonstrate is when you reharm, you want to be careful about totally changing the progression. You can change progressions at times, and it will work. But we just have to be careful because sometimes we'll take liberties that will take it too far out of there, right? And so by adding this 2 in between the 4 and the 5, I'm not altering it so drastically that the song is very different. Let me keep experimenting. You are my strength. Strength like no 4. I just walked up to the 4, 2. Strength like no other. That's the same thing I just did to the 3, 4, 6, 7, 1. I added a 6, 7 at the end. After the 1, I added a 6, 7, 1 to reset myself, right? You are my strength, 1. Strength like no 4 other. Let's add the 2 again. Strength like no 5 to the 1. Sorry. 5 reaches to me 1. I'm a 6, 7, 8 again. 6, 7, 8. That I added that just to reset me to get back to the 1. There's an endless realm of possibilities, right? And so the way I love to use progressions, let's say that the song was going to the 6, Adrian. That means I would use a progression. Instead of just going straight to the 6, I would 7, 3 to get to the 6, right? If the song was going to the 4, like here, I would 5, 1 to get to the 4. I'm not sure that would work here. Let me try it. You are my strength. 5. Strength like no other. I 5, 1 to get to the 4 there, right? When you understand progressions and common progressions, and when you understand you're going to the 4 or whatever, then you can simply 5, 1 to get to the 4. You can 7, 3 to get to the 6. You can 2, 5 to get to the 1. That type of thinking will help you take whatever song and start to manipulate it and do different things. Let me play real quickly. How long have I been on here? Ooh, dang, time be flying. I'm gonna play a little bit. I found I'm gonna play level 1. I am not being derogatory. I'm just being honest. Most of the time when you hear like Hillsong, that's level 1 thinking. Almost 80% of the stuff that they do will be level 1. It is structure, it's conservative, it's basic in chords, in singing, in rhythm. It's just kind of structural, basic. I'm just gonna plain Jane it and get out of the way, right? And that's okay. I'm gonna listen to a little bit of them do it, and then I'm gonna play somebody else, Todd Galbert, doing some level 2, level 3 type concepts to add extra life to the song. Okay, so I'm even going to. I'm playing this on my laptop. Hang on, I'm gonna have to share my laptop screen to show you this. So hang on, I'm gonna do that for you. Share my laptop screen so you can at least see them. Okay, and then lastly, what I want to do is I'm gonna move this over here so I can see comments. You are mine. Alrighty, and then last thing I'm gonna do is this so that you can see it. I'm just gonna play a little bit of it. I'm not gonna play more than 3 or 4 minutes of it. They're in the key of G. Bring it on the screen.
You are my strength.
Very quantized, very basic.
Strength like no other. Strength like no other.
I'm gonna call out what I hear them doing.
Just me.
1,
You are my hope,
1,
hope like no other.
4, 4 major.
Hope like no other.
Sounds like a 3, 3, 5,
Just me.
1. They went 1, 4, 3, 5, 1.
In the fullness
4,
of your grace, in the power
6,
of your name, you lift me up,
7, 1,
you lift me
4,
up.
5. Let me write this down so I can show you what they're doing.
Unveiling love,
1,
stronger than mine,
4,
deeper than
3, 5,
oceans to me.
1. We'll talk about that. 4,
Your grace, in the power
6,
of your name, you lift me up,
7, 1,
you lift me up,
4, 5. I think I said that right.
in the fullness
4,
of your grace, in the power
6,
of your name, you lift me up.
7, 1, 4,
You lift me up.
5. Real simple, right? Nothing was too out there. But structurally, level 1, there's a lot of room for improvement. Not improvement because I'm not implying something's wrong. There's a lot of room for creative grace. 1, you are my strength. 1, in the key of G. Strength like no other. Strength like no other. Reaches to me. What they're doing is beautiful, right? To the 4. In the fullness of your grace, in the power of your name, you lift me up. Everything is beautiful, everything is simple. 4, you lift me up. I'm gonna take you back to A flat, to the key we was in the fullness of your grace. Going to the 6, in the power of your name. Notice what I'm doing, Adrian. You lift me up. Everything in the chord system that I've been teaching you is right here, Adrian. Lift me up. Where am I? 5. Everything except that sus2 right here. In the fullness of your grace. 4, Adrian. In the power 6 of your name. 7 chord. You know what, Adrian? Lift me up. 1. Everything from our system is here. Lift me up. Okay. Let's talk about room. There's so much room for level 2. So much room for level 3. Demonstrate level 2 quickly. I talked about this already. Let's talk about the chorus. When I'm on this chorus, level 2 thinking, I'm going to use a different chord. I'm going to use a different something somewhere. Where can I use it? The 4, we've already talked about. 4 major 7. That's very tasty and still conservative enough not to get in the way of any singer. The 6 chord. The 6 chord, this is the 6 chord I teach all the time. This is an F minor 7. F minor 7 is kind of my standard 6 chord that I use all the time unless I'm gonna do a bigger 6 chord, which I would not use in this song. I'm not going to talk about that other 6 chord that I use a lot in gospel. This is CCM. This is Hillsong. I'm trying to fit in with Hillsong without clashing, so I'm just going to do this, all right? But another alternate 6 chord that I'll teach you real quick is you can, let me think about it again. I'm in the key of A flat, 4. You play this E flat over F. It's an E flat second inversion over F. It's really like a F7. There's the 9, but that B flat is the thing that's throwing me off. That would be major. That would be dominant. That would be minor dominant. This B flat, I'm just gonna call it an E flat over F. I'm not sure if let me see if my chord app says anything different. It calls it F9 sus4 because I'm not gonna call it that. I'm just gonna call it an E flat over F, okay? And so this is a chord I love to do all the time on the 6. When I'm replacing my 1 chord over the F, sometimes I play the 5 chord over the 6. So I can play the 1 chord over the 6, or I can play the 5 chord over the 6, right? In the fullness of your grace, in the power of your name, 7, you lift me up. And I'm right there because I was already on that 5 chord. So when I go to that 7 bass, I'm already where I need to be, to the 1, right? Level 3 progressions. When I'm on that 6, I can 7-3 to get to the 6. Let me put my drum beat on. Beginning. You are my strength. Strength like no other. Strength like no other. Reaches to me. In the power for your grace. 7-3-6 to get to the 7-3 to get to that 6, right? And then 7, then 1, right? 4, lift me up. 5, go back to the 4, 6, 7, and the power 4, 7, 3 to the 6, 7, 1, 2, you lift me up. Notice how I changed. I went 7-3 to get to the 6, right? 7-3 to get to that 6, right? Wrong chord. 4 down to the 7, 3, 6. There's all type of little ideas you can use. 4 down to the 7, 3, 6. 1, 2, in the fullness of, this is old school. 7 in the power of your name. You lift me up. That's like old school stuff we've been doing since 2000 something, but it still works. 1, 2,3, 4, ain't did that in so long. I missed it. In the power of your name. 7371. 2. You lift me up. Walking down this time in the fullness of your walk up. Walk up again in the fullness of walk up with it. That was a fancy way to 736 it. You lift me up. Lift me. Walk down this time. In the fullness of your walk down. There are so many different ways that I'm just simply trying to illustrate different ways just to get to this point. I walked up from the 4, 7, 3, 6. I put all that just right here. Walk down, 4's down to the 7, 3 to the 6. Just to get right there. There's a infinite amount of possibilities, but what's the thought process behind it? It's not just simply teach me that move, show me that move. The great musicians know how to think. And I'm sharing with you 3 levels of a thought process that can help you. Level 1 is simply understanding the structure of the song. Being able to write it, being able to understand it. Level 2 of the thought process is being able to use other ideas by reharmonizing with the chords or restructuring the song in a way where it is your own creative interpretation, yet it still accents and pushes the singers forward rather than causing them to change the whole harmonic structure of the vocals. It's about being creative musically without messing up the singers, and that's level 2. And then using progressions like I just demonstrated to get to the 6, 5-1 to get to the 4, 7-3 to get to the 6, right? 6 to get to the 7, 7 to get to the 1, right? 1, 2, 3 to get to the 4, right? Using alternate progressions and different ideas sparingly and tastefully, building those possibilities is what you should strive for. Listen, I'm going to go ahead and wrap this thing up, everyone, because it is 9 o'clock here. I said an hour, and I'm keeping to my word today. But I want to give you an opportunity to advance. Some of you guys have not even heard. We have a new book out. It's called The Play by Ear Manual. It is a wonderful, 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 wonderful book. We have rave reviews. People are loving the book. This is a wonderful book. We're shipping now. We have plenty of books in stock to ship your copy today. This book will help you to play by ear. This book will build the structural understanding that you need so that you can master level 1. This book is about mastering level 1, but watch this. Let's not just be satisfied or be disappointed because we're primarily a level 1 musician. Don't be dissatisfied, because if you're level 1 in all 12 keys, you doing something. Some of us are level 1 only in the key of C, and we call ourselves intermediate because we've learned some things and we hit the transpose button. This book brings you liberty for the transpose button. This book gives you a system, a chord system by which you will be able to play whatever song you want to play in whatever key you need to be able to play it in. That's the purpose of this book. It's worth the investment. It's more than a book, it's a manual. We have 5 modules. Module 1 introduces you to playing by ear by teaching you your scales, helping you to think in each individual scale from a number system perspective so that you can understand these numbers and understand all the stuff that I'm talking about. Module 2 introduces you to a chord system that will help you play in any key. Module 3 starts using the chord system by focusing only on songs. Level 4, Module 4 and Module 5 is where it gets really fun because that's where we know you have the foundation. Now we can focus only on flavor. First 3 modules, foundation. Module 4, exclusively about adding the flavor, but anytime I give you flavor, if we learn the 736, we're going to learn it in all 12 keys. If we learn the 514, we're going to learn it in all 12 keys. If we learn that idea that I just showed you a moment ago, what was I doing? If we learn a 6 run, 6, 5, 4 major 7. Every key we're gonna be 6, 4, 5, 4 major 7. Every key we're gonna learn to get comfortable, and that's what's missing for most people. We're just satisfied with one little idea because we're so performative. Forget performative. It's not just about performing. It's about becoming what we are trying to be, okay? And so this book is helping a lot of people, amen. And I pray that you consider getting this book as well. Let me look at the comments, then I'm going to get off of here, amen. Let me see who is here, amen. God bless you to Dre. What's up, man? I missed your comment earlier. Yes, the 6 can be used to pass to the 2. Absolutely, it can, sir. Amen. Amen. The 6 can be used to pass to the 2. All righty. Oh, I see what you're saying. You was looking at my left hand on that lick. We'll talk about that later, Sister Adrian. All right. Proud of your growth as well, sis. Sister Adrian has been with us for a few months, and man, this woman, she is growing by leaps and bounds. She's making me so proud because she's not only playing, she's playing with understanding now. Her ear is growing, and it's just going good, okay? So if this is your first time watching us, we hope that you enjoy this hour of power. I'm going to get off of here, but I want you to do something. I want you to make sure that you get on your cell phone, your laptop, your computer, and visit our website, preachandplay.com. Amen. Send me an email, send me a text message, give me a phone call, and let's talk about what you need to do to get to your next level. Amen. All righty, y'all. I'm out. I'm going to get off of here. God bless you, everyone. For those of you that are all of our students that are watching, we will be live tomorrow, 6:30 p.m. Central Standard Time. We will be live right there on preachandplay.com. We have a wonderful feature built in for those of you that don't know. We have live streaming built in directly on our website. So we meet weekly. And we meet in a group form, and we learn from each other. We challenge from each other. It is a great, great, great environment. You can learn in a group. Some people want one-on-one, but I prefer group. I prefer group because while I'm teaching the concept and somebody else is demonstrating, you're learning from them, my interaction with them. You're making the same mistake they're making, but you see me correcting them and you're correcting your behavior, right? Then when you get on there and do it, you can act like, oh man, yeah, I'm doing so good. Now you was learning from their correction. Amen. It's very fun. Amen. So I hope you're able to come and join us tomorrow at 6:30 p.m. Central. It's going to be a great, great, great class. Okay. And tomorrow we are doing another module 3 class, everyone, which is learning songs but learning songs from key perspective. And we did an awesome thing, and I'm closing. We did an awesome thing this week. This week we this past week we I challenged people. We've been spending weeks getting the key in our head, getting the scale in our head so that we can think in different keys. And I called a person up and I gave them a random key. They didn't know what key they would have to play that progression in. I gave them a random key. But the goal is we got 5 modules. I want you to master the module 1 concept. I want you to understand it so that when you get to level 2, you don't got to take a step back. I want you to understand the module 2 concept so that you can combine module 1 and module 2 so that you can get ready to start playing. Once you get to module 3, we're learning songs. I'm trusting that you have the foundation that you need to be able to absorb this progression. And when I say 1, because of the system I taught you in module 2, you already know what chord to play. 4, you already know what chord to play, and etc. And when we get to module 4, that's when we will take this foundation. We'll take the same type song, but I'll teach you, let's replace your basic 4 with this type of 4. Let's replace this with this. That's when we start to get the flavor that we're looking for. And so Agent Green says, I like the structure you teach in class and teaching us your class and the level together step by step from the book. Absolutely. Every week, we're right here. That's why it's a manual. It's more than a book. You just don't open it up, read it from start to back. You got to learn how to follow it. And that's what we teach. It's helping others. If you truly need help, it's available at preachandplay.com. And if you don't want to pay for it, then find somebody else. All right. All right. God bless y'all. We love y'all. Be encouraged. We'll talk to you soon. Okay. God bless. Bye-bye.